Ahoy, cruise enthusiasts. All right, I'll bet a lot of you have seen this video of the family going to their cabin for the first time on a Carnival Cruise. A family of 5, it seems, and they booked a ocean view stateroom, which they are all going to share. And yeah, this is the video where I guess one of the kids asks if they have a plus size cabin. All right, I am sure a lot of you have known friends throughout your life who have done something like this. Maybe you've even done it yourself. I actually have, yes. The most I've ever shared a cabin with was 4 people. This was on a Disney cruise. It was about 20 years ago with family, and it actually turned out to be very, very doable on Disney with the separating of the room and the split bathrooms and everything like that. But not all cruise ships feature such amenities, and certainly not this Carnival cruise ship. So I thought, here are some tips for sharing your cabin stateroom with other people, like 4 or 5. So before we get started, I'm getting better at this. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button. I'm not going to ask you to hit the bell because I don't do it for anybody, so I'm not going to ask you to do it for me. All right, so you find yourself wanting to take a cruise, and you got to split the cost across 4 or 5 people. You find a good deal, which means you're all going to share a cabin. All right, so how can you make this process a lot easier, a lot more livable, and a lot more enjoyable for all of you? So first, if there are 4 or 5 of you splitting the cost, absolutely ask your travel professional, and you should be using a travel professional, to quote you a price for a junior suite at least, right? If you are trying to save money, maybe a full suite is out of the question, but a junior suite is only a small upgrade usually from a regular stateroom, so it might actually make financial sense if you are able to split it across 5 different people. All right, so first look into that, and if you can, do it. Next, before the cruise, everybody has to agree to pack light. Oh yes, not everybody can roll in with all of their steamer trunks and everything like that, because the cruise line does not have any place for you to put your luggage. Yes, everything has to be in your cabin. So I would say everybody who's going to stay in there is limited to 1 carry-on size only. That's it. That means they will all fit under the bed. You will not be tripping over luggage, and everybody has to play by the same volume of stuff rules. Okay, I understand, ladies, this might be a problem for some of you, some of the boys too, but I'm sure you can handle it. Okay. All right. Also, here's a tip. Talk about who is going to hang clothes and who is going to fold their clothes. If you have watched any number of my videos, especially the day 1 videos, you will know that I do not hang clothes. I bring everything folded, and I would like to keep it folded either in drawers or on shelves. In fact, the only time I really ever hang my clothes is when they're dirty, and that's because no stateroom ever, well, not no stateroom ever, but very few staterooms have enough flat surfaces for my clothes. So there you go. 1 person gets to bring folded clothes. Everybody else, you're going to have to hang them up. And I would also suggest everybody fold their dirties. Don't just dump them in a pile. Don't throw them in the corner or anything like that. Fold them up and keep them out of the way. Keep them out of the way of your cabin attendant. Make life easier for them, and they will make life a lot easier for you. All right, next up, I guess this would be 3. No, yeah, 3. Always split the beds. Yes, if there is a bed on the floor, what am I saying? Yeah, the main bed, always ask for it to be split. It will make it much easier to store stuff under the 2 separate beds, and in many cases, it will also make accessing the Pullman beds up above a little bit easier. Otherwise, you have to climb up at the foot and everything like that, and that gets just a little bit difficult for some people. However, a lot of cruise lines do let you choose this on the website ahead of time. I know Carnival does. They never seem to respect it, but still, that's fine. But your travel agent can usually also put this request in. If you arrive in your stateroom and the bed is not split on day 1, just go ahead, let your cabin attendant know that you pre-selected for it to be split, and they will go ahead and do that for you. I suspect that if you are a large group, they will do this no matter what. I figure that even if they see the flag to split it, they see 1 person in the stateroom, and maybe they just assume it's a mistake. That's fine, whatever. I'm kind of over it. But I'm always excited when they split the bed. So yeah, like on Crystal. Yeah, so definitely always split the bed. Okay, next, for all of your gear, right, assign charging cables, or everybody bring their own cable that is somehow distinctive, a different color, different shape, different manufacturer, whatever. So everyone at least has their own cable that they are guaranteed to be able to use all of the time. Also, count the number of devices that everyone expects to be charging and somehow figure out a way to bring enough adapters, enough USB adapters to power well, hopefully most of them, right? I'm sure among 5 people, at least 2 people probably have like 4-port adapters, so they could always be plugged in at the same time, right? However, everybody has their own cable. They're guaranteed use of that cable, right? If it's free, go ahead and use it, but when that person gets back, they can unplug any device that's using their cable. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so make sure you have enough USB ports to power at least everyone's phone all the time. Also, if anybody does need to work on the cruise, right, do it somewhere else, right? It's not in the cabin because, well, that's going to take up a lot of space, and you're always going to be in there. Most cruise ships have some sort of library or a quiet lounge or a bar that's not open yet, not open during the day. It's a great place to work on the cruise ship. So yeah, just grab your stuff, your screen, whatever you need, and go and get your work done there. All right. So yeah, basically stay out of everyone's ways. Okay. So bathroom stuff. Okay. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Everybody use a separate toiletry bag. Okay. Everybody should have a small little toiletry bag about this big. I was going to have my, actually, you know what? I'm going to pause for 1 second. All right, we're back. So this is my little MSC toiletry bag that they have been giving away as a Voyagers Club benefit. This is perfect. This should be perfect for everybody. All right. It's big enough to support, to have all the necessary stuff in here that you can carry in and out of the bathroom. Everything in here. What I'm saying is nobody run in there and start putting all your stuff on all the shelves. With 5 people in there, you will absolutely run out of space. So the rule for sharing the cabin, everybody has one of these and they carry their stuff in and out every time. It also makes something else a lot easier. Okay. All right. Next, the next one, whatever that happens to be, ask for the smaller towels. All right, so the cruise ship usually has 3 different size towels. These little 1x1s. Then they have this size. I think they call those the hand towels, and then the bath towels. Well, the bath towels are very large, right? And you know what? The hand towels, these they dry just as well as the bath towels. So go ahead, ask your stateroom attendant to bring extra 10. 20 of the hand towels. It'll be much easier on them, and they will be much easier to store on a shelf in the closet or something like that without taking up all the space of the giant bath towels. Right? Just make everything a lot easier. You can divvy them up every day, and you know it's a way to save space. Make sure everybody has a nice fresh towel whenever they want. However, another option for the bathroom, especially in the morning, during the day, and evening, and in the evening for getting ready for dinner, is to use the spa facilities. Yes, every cruise ship that I have been on, well, maybe not every cruise ship, but I can't remember one that hasn't had that, has had changing facilities, usually next to the spa or the gym or something like that, that are open to all guests, right? There's a male and a female area. You go in and there's showers, there's sinks, there's blow dryers, there's, well, actually, I don't know if there's makeup stations, but there are grooming stations. Let's say they have them in the men's area. So there's definitely a way to stay out of everyone's way, because 5 people trying to get ready for dinner at the same time, that can cause a lot of problems. So this is why you grab your own little personal toiletry bag. And yes, ladies, you can fit everything in here, even if you have to spend, you know, $5 or $6 or $10, $20 on the little mini containers. There you go. And head down to the spa, and you will probably have the whole place for yourself. Well, you might be sharing it with a couple of people from your cabin, but every time I have been in these facilities, they have been absolutely and completely empty. They also have towels down there, so you don't have to worry about it. There's lockers and everything. So yeah, there's a great way to not have to share the one bathroom. All right, use the spa facilities. Okay, next up, have a little signal for the door. All right, just to let somebody who comes back, maybe you're in there, you're changing, you're getting dressed or something like that, you know, so somebody doesn't just open the door and walk in on you. I suppose if you're sharing the cabin with, you know, all members of the same sex, probably not a huge thing, but you know what, it might be worth just having a little signal. Maybe you're taking a nap, okay, you know, just put it out there. So, everybody knows what's going on the inside, and they can either wait or knock or just peek in, enter slowly, or something like that. Be careful. Some cruise lines don't like you putting things on the door, but even if it's just a small little magnet or something like that, don't decorate the door, but a little magnet, you can keep it on the inside, right? And everybody knows what each means, right? And you just pop it on the outside so everybody knows. So there are no embarrassing moments. I'm thinking if somebody's changing and you open the door, right, they're visible to anybody in the hallway. So yes, keep that in mind. All right, so another rule that I would establish among your groups is no food or drink brought back to the stateroom, because it's messy, it creates problems. People will leave it there. You have dirty plates, then they're stacked up on the outside of the door, or they're stacked up for the cabin attendant to take, and it's just kind of a giant hassle. And the plates get in the way, and the cups get in the way. And with 5 people in there, 5 people are bringing back stuff from the buffet and cups and saucers and whatever. Yeah, that can become a huge problem. So I would just say, look, it's a cruise ship. There's plenty of food. There's plenty of drink anywhere. You go to the dining room, go to the buffet, go to the snack bar, whatever it is. If you're hungry, they will take care of you, right? Just don't bring it back. Bottles of water, okay, I could see that because they're closed, whatever, but just don't bring the drinks and the food and the pizza and the cookies and the wings and the ribs, whatever, back to the stateroom, because it's just going to cause a mess, and nobody will be happy, even though they won't say anything about it. All right, there you go. No food or drink. All right, finally, be respectful. Be respectful of everyone else in your cabin. So it is great. It is fun to make new friends on the cruise. It's fun to make new friends for the evening on the cruise, but go to their place, right? Right. You're sharing that space with 4 other people. You're going to have to go someplace else. Do not bring them back to your stateroom, because some people just might not like the idea of having a stranger, around all their stuff. So yes, go ahead, have your fun safely, but go to their place. And no parties, all right? Do not invite random people back to the room for a nightcap or whatever it is, even if you're going to just open up that bottle of wine you got because of your loyalty status. No. You can go get the bottle of wine, go somewhere out on deck and share it up there, but just don't bring people back to the stateroom, for a late night thing, because maybe some of your roommates, they want to sleep, they want to get up early, they have a shore excursion, they want to hit the water slides. Yeah, so you do all your partying outside of the shared cabin. Okay, got all that? Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. 10 tips for sharing your stateroom with 4 or 5 other people. It is absolutely doable, especially if you can spring for that junior suite. And I've seen this before. That will be a story for another channel, okay? And it is absolutely doable, and it's a great way to split the cost of a cruise. You're all going to have a great time if you just follow some basic rules and make sure that there's no conflicts over that shared space, all right? Cruising can be cheaper for everybody, and this is one, and sharing the cabin is a great way to do it. All right, so if you have any other ideas, or if you have shared a cabin with, a lot of other people, go ahead, leave some comments down below. Maybe that'll make it into a future video, and especially if you're sharing that cabin with 4 other people, I absolutely expect to see you out of the cabin.